All right, District 4, Orange County Commission. One of these two ladies will be the next commissioner for that district. I guess the question I should be asking you is the question that real people, the voters, would ask you. Why should I vote for you? Why do you feel my pain? Do you feel my pain? Are you on my team?
Keith, I feel your pain every day. I bought into a home out in East Orange County that is probably not worth half its value right now. I'm a small business owner that has had to make significant cuts in my business, and I have never worked so hard for so little. Every single quarter, when we come up to pay quarterly tax returns for our business, I literally lay awake at night thinking, how are we going to pay the government more money? And I see the opportunities that are right around the corner. You know, I see the opportunities for young people coming through the system. Where are they going to find jobs? And I've spent my entire career, for the most part, working in this community. You know, I'm just like you. You know, we've worked together in the years over at the American Cancer Society, raising money for cancer research. Last year we raised $600,000. I've been out there walking the walk, participating in my community events, and really trying to make a difference. I think you could ask anybody out there on the street that knows me or knows of me, and they're going to say that Jennifer is everywhere, and if you need to get something done, here's her cell phone number, pick up the phone and call her. All
right, Mayra, why are you on the team of the voters?
Keith, very simply, it's personal to me. I'm a product of this community. I never left because my mother had a terminal illness, and I stayed home and took care of her until she passed away. I'm a mother now. I'm raising my family. I have a 6-year-old in first grade, and I want to make sure she has a great community to grow up in. There is no advantage financially that I'm going to make off my firm or anything. It's about service. It's about character, integrity, you know, your service and your leadership. This is more business, yes, it's part of it. Jobs is one of it. Quality of life, crime, education. Knowing that when people elect me, I'm the people's candidate. One thing that I connect with people is I'm one of theirs. You know, there's nothing special about me. I grew up here. I've always been raised to contribute back to your community. You leave this place better than you got it. So this will be a service job for me. But I tell you, at the end of the day, I had a great life here in the 70s and 80s. I'm proud of graduating from Oak Ridge High School. I'm proud that I was a good girl. I was in Girl Scout. I was writing freelance articles in Super Teen in high school on my newspaper. But I want my daughter and the next generation to have a better life than I did. They shouldn't have to be equated with this debt that we're created in this country. This quality of life, opportunities for education. People deserve better. And this is personal to me. This is all internal. And I tell you, we put God first in it. And I have the faith and courage to stand up for the people of District 4, all of them.
All right, we have 1 minute left. We have time for one more question. Mayra's Hispanic. There are a lot of Hispanic voters in this race. How are you going to convince them to vote for you?
I'm going to convince, hopefully, the Hispanic voters, like any minority out there, the same way I convince everybody else. We've knocked on 32,000 doors leading up to the primary. I think that led in part to a 48% victory in that primary election. I've since gotten the endorsement of my two former opponents, our two former opponents that live and work in this community as well. I'm going to do it through hard work, through knocking on doors and creating relationships. That's what I do every day, is create relationships and kind of put it out there and show people what I am.
Mayra, you have the last 20 seconds.
I am not a Hispanic candidate. I'm a qualified person to be in this position who happens to be Hispanic.
Okay.
Sure, my culture, they understand me. Ms. Thompson has a video out that says, Hispanics shouldn't vote for me just because I'm Hispanic. You know
I
what?
do
That's
not
very
have a video
offensive.
out like that, Mr.
You know,
Landry.
one of your, your helpers. But this is about community service. Community service. And like I said, I'm a qualified candidate who happens to be Hispanic, and I need your vote.
Okay, let me let her set the record straight on this.
I have not put out a single negative across the board.
There's a YouTube video where you have a Spanish woman with your shirt on that says, in Spanish, you shouldn't vote for a Latino just because they're Latino. That is offensive, Ms. Thompson. That is racist.
If that's the case, I would ask very nicely offline that you point this out to
Absolutely.
me,
Your
and
husband
we will
is the
remove
one that
that.
cuts him.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you both for being here. Appreciate it. We'll come back on Orlando Matters after the quick break.